And then last night's game against Spurs, I think Slot got a lot wrong. And I don't say that about Slot a lot, but I think he got a lot wrong. I think Trent should have started the game. Bradley, I thought, was excellent, by the way, but I think Trent should have started the game. And the reason I say that, you see Tottenham's style of play. A player like Trent thrives against a team like Tottenham because they leave space in behind and he can just find those passes all day long. He did it in the game against them in the Premier League. Then I think Elliott should have started ahead of Jones because Jones doesn't deserve to start at the moment.
Nope.
I don't think Konate should have come off the bench because we were comfortable at the back. So bringing Konate on, who's not even fully fit, made no sense to me. I think Kelleher should have started the game ahead of Alisson because Kelleher should be getting cup games. So Slot made, in my opinion, quite a few mistakes last night. But at the same time, the players, again, didn't do what they were meant to do. Barring Van Dijk, I thought Endo was good when he came on. Trent was good when he came on. Gravenberch, McAllister, the rest stunk up the place. Like Salah was poor last night. Gakpo was just predictable, cutting in and not doing anything with it. Diaz was poor when he came on. Nunez had a chance which he should have scored, and they had another chance where he had no right to try and even test the goalkeeper. Again, story of Darwin Nunez. But yeah, we need to get some sort of familiarity and form back before that Forest game because we could get turned over if we're not careful, bro.
Bro, they are playing some good football, man.
Good,
and I don't know who they're playing in the FA Cup here, Nottingham Forest. So they, in terms of their team, you would expect them to have wholesale changes. I think you'd expect They play Luton Town. Listen, they should beat Luton Town.
They'll win that game.
With their second team, if I'm being truly honest with you. Like, I look at you lot and I'm like, at the minute right now, I'm just looking at you lot and I'm like, brother, who would have thought here Szoboszlai would be so key to Liverpool at the minute, in terms of the pressing from the front, goals that he got, the goal he got against Tottenham. Like, it's mad, when you deep it. Like, I see yesterday on Twitter, people saying, we miss Szoboszlai, and Curtis Jones is not a 10. He's not that sort of player. And this is Szoboszlai. He can make the forward runs. He can go above or beyond the defenders, you know what I mean? And create a bit of anarchy. But Szoboszlai is actually key to you guys right now in terms of what you're doing right now.
Yeah, completely agree. The thing with Szoboszlai, it's a tough one because before he got ill, he was probably in the best form he'd been at since he first joined the club. So I think it's easy to say that now, but it wasn't that long ago where everyone was saying Szoboszlai was a hindrance. So I don't think missing Szoboszlai is the reason why we're drawing or losing these games because we beat West Ham without Szoboszlai and we were very comfortable. I think depending on the game he misses, like the Arsenal game, I think was massive when he missed that game.
Yeah,
I think it was massive for him to miss the Man United game, potentially yesterday. But I still think we had enough in those two games to win those games, and we just didn't show up. And the manager takes criticism for yesterday's performance and for some of the decisions he made tactically as well. I think for the Man United game, that's predominantly on the players as opposed to the manager. So for me, I love Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai is one of my favorite players, but I can't go overboard and be like, yeah, he's the system and he's the guy, because we have seen this season that he's not been on top form throughout the whole season. In the last couple of months, he has been extremely good, but before that, it wasn't so much. So, and we were winning games when he wasn't playing great. So I can't use him and say he's the reason why we're losing games. I think it's the players on the pitch that are letting themselves and the manager down at the moment.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with you. Yesterday, don't get me wrong, their keeper was good yesterday, their Tottenham keeper.
Yeah, it was.
I don't know where this brother was from, bro.
Did we really test him, bro? Outside of the two chances, we didn't really test him.
Nah, not really. There wasn't like a real, like, when you look at it, like, he did a few good things and whatnot, played out from the back and that, but like, you're right, you didn't really test him as much, and you kind of gave him a nice little solid home debut and whatnot. And like I said, I thought for me, Solanke, bro, he did well, man. That for the goal, he bullied Konate, bro.
He did.
I expected a little bit better there, but then is Konate fully 100% in that regards?
Wearing a knee brace, bro. This is what I'm saying. I don't get why we brought him on. We were if you're gonna bring Endo, or you want Endo to go in midfield, I'd have preferred Gravenberch to go back in centre back, and then we again keep McAllister on the pitch as well. If you're gonna take it from midfielder, take off Jones, surely. Jones was doing and offering nothing in that game. So for me, you take Jones off and then you bring on Elliott and keep McAllister on. If you really want Endo in midfield, him and Gravenberch can be interchangeable, for example. For me, it was wrong decisions, man. And it's weird for me to say that because Slot has been so damn good, but yesterday it wasn't.
So good, man.
He's a human, isn't it? Humans are allowed to make mistakes. He just made his mistakes yesterday.
Yeah, like 100%. And it's the thing when you're looking at it, you're always looking for Salah to create. You know what I mean? Like the Diaz gimmick up front. Do you think that's gonna last? Like, do you think? Obviously, Jota played and he started, but he didn't really offer much. But Diaz going back in there as well. Obviously, he played on the left yesterday, but like in terms of your front three, who do you want to see in that front three for you? Like, when you look at your best front three, because obviously Jota is going to be back and running soon.
Yeah.
And then you got Gakpo or Diaz. Who do you see as your best front three?
If everyone's fit and firing, our best front three is Salah, Jota, and then one of Diaz or Gakpo. Yeah. I think Diaz on the left wing, Diaz does more throughout a game, but Gakpo has more productivity, I believe, if they play the same. Yeah. So, but again, it's combinations. I don't know who Jota would play better with, whether it's Diaz or Gakpo on the left-hand side. Salah's obviously has to play. Like he is like the main attacker. And Jota for me is our best finisher, our best natural finisher. So it's between the two on the left-hand side. Look, if Chiesa was fully fit and firing, I'd probably say Chiesa on the left-hand side, but he's a hologram at the moment. So,
bro, what is he not getting no minutes? Like, where's that 70 minutes Southampton game? Was it,
bro? I have no idea what is going on with Chiesa. It doesn't make sense. It almost feels as though he wasn't a Slot signing, and Slot's just like, I don't fancy this, and he's not working for me. So I'm going to put him on the bench just in case we need him, but really, I'm not going to play him unless it's a do or die. My thing for me is if he doesn't start against Accrington and Stanley on Saturday, major alarm bells for me.
Major alarm bells, bro. If you cannot start against Accrington, like I don't know if they're in League 1 or 2, but brother,
it would be bad.
That one there. Because everyone looked at that signing thinking, you know what, like not a bad signing, low fee, low, like thinking to yourself, you know what, he's a good player. Obviously he's had his injuries, but you know what, like he could turn it around, but he's just come in and just being a hologram.
Yeah, like it's been bad.
Like nothing right there. You know what I'm saying to you? And then and that right there is not good, man. You know what I'm saying to you? So I look at that one and I look at your defense. Van Dijk has been, bro, he's been absolutely outstanding this season. Like, and you did. I mean, there is the situation with the Bergvall being off or whatnot. I don't think the first challenge was a yellow card for me personally.
So when I watch it back, even though he didn't make loads of connection with Diaz, he made enough for it to be a yellow card because he's taking him out effectively of the game. Because Diaz gets away from Bergvall and he could be on the run and we could make something happen from there. So even though like he didn't connect all the way, he took enough of the player for me for it to be a yellow card. The second one's a stonewall.
The second one is Stonewall.
Stonewall.
Yeah,
it's Stonewall. So that's one of those things in football where I'm annoyed about it. It will happen again to us. It will happen to other teams. But ultimately, the game shouldn't even have got to that point. So even though I'm peed off that he was the one that scored the goal because the referee made a clanger, it shouldn't have got to that point, bro. That game, again, I say this with no disrespect to Spurs. They're not even at full strength. I rate Jed Spence, for example. I rate Jed Spence highly. He's not a left back, though. Archie Gray's not a centre back. Dragason's like what, their fourth choice centre back, and then Porro's their only main defender. Their goalkeeper's brand new, bro. Basuma's in there, but who else is in there with Basuma? Bergvall's basic. No disrespect, we got the winning goal, very well taken goal, but he's basic in the grand scheme of things. Bentancur, praise to him that he recovers, but he come off early.
Yep.
So like, how are we not putting them lot to the sword? Like that should have been. We virtually started with as strong a team as we could have as well. Alisson in goal, Bradley, Tsimikas, Virgil, Kwanzaa, who had to obviously come off, but we had a strong enough team. Gravenberch in the midfield with Jones. Salah, Jota, and Gakpo. There was no reason why that should even have been 0-0 at that point. But we just played
No
poor.
reason. No reason, man. And then, listen, you got the second leg to come, and obviously it's one of them where like you'd expect Liverpool to kind of do something like but you just, brother, you just don't know now, man. You know what I'm saying? Like right now at this minute, you cannot let this slip in terms of builder, because bro, you lose to Forest, then it's like a 3-point gap here. If Arsenal win, you got a game in hand.
And then we got Brentford away after that.
And you got Brentford away, and it's like you don't want to look at these fixtures and be like, yo, all of a sudden you're looking over your shoulder.
Yeah.
You don't want to be doing that, You don't want to be doing that.
The only saving grace at the moment is Arsenal don't seem like they're in great form either.
Yeah, that's the issue.
But are we sleeping? Because let's be honest, bro, Forest are on the same amount of points as Arsenal. If Forest win against us, they close the gap on us.
I know. Does that mean they're in the title race?
At the moment, you have to say they are, but I don't expect it to last. But we said this about Leicester, bro. So